There are several different ways to search catalogs from the IRSA tool Finder Chart. From the main search page, you can search for the catalogs when you're searching for images. You can either search within the image boundary or you can search within a small radius that you specify. For this example, I'm going to search within the image boundary. Here it's come back with the images that I asked for, but it's also come back with the catalogs. It's got the 2MAS catalog on the 2MAS images, the WISE catalog on the WISE images, and the Spitzer catalog on the Spitzer images. I have, however, cheated slightly because I've zoomed in. I asked for a fairly large image, and so when I zoom out to make the images fit, look at what it's done to the catalog. All of the WISE sources are shown, but the 2MAS and the Spitzer catalogs are shown in a hierarchical catalog display. Rather than showing each and every source, it's binned up the sources. For example, there's 420 sources in that cell, 281 sources in that cell, 368 sources in that cell. If I zoom in far enough, then the individual sources are shown. But if I zoom back out to make the images fit, then it's shown in these hierarchical cells. I do have some control over how those cells are shown. If I go to the layers icon, I can control how they're rendered, the minimum group size for those cells, and how big the cells are on the screen. But for now, let's go back and zoom in. Note also that if you click to select, say, this WISE image, and I go to the layers icon, you can see that the catalog for WISE is turned on for the WISE row. The 2MAS and Spitzer catalogs are there, they're just not turned on for the WISE row. Similarly, if I go to the Spitzer image, the 2MAS and WISE catalogs are there, they're just not turned on. The Spitzer catalog is turned on for that row. In order to add more catalogs, I can go to here and then pick additional catalogs. If I click on the Catalogs tab there, this gives me access to all sorts of catalogs served here at IRSA. I have to select a project first. Just for fun, let's go to Gaia. Then I can do a cone search, or I'm going to pick Polygon and go for the same image that I've been working with. Search. Now it's added a layer of Gaia sources on top of the sources I already have shown. So here again, if I zoom in, it will eventually show me all of the individual sources. But there's a lot of Gaia sources, so if I zoom out, it's going to use the hierarchical notation again. That new catalog is overlaid on all of the images, and the color swatches in the tabs help you remember which color goes with which catalog. I can add additional catalogs as well. VO TAP. VO is Virtual Observatory, TAP is Table Access Protocol. You can see how VO TAP is listed under IRSA search tabs. This is just another interface to the same catalogs as here, but this is a slightly more sophisticated interface. You can also configure a search this way and then populate and edit ADQL if you want the ADQL. The other catalogs here are a NED search and also a multi-archive VO TAP. So for this, you need not be restricted just to IRSA TAP services. You can pick any of a number of TAP services from all over the world. Then you can do additional searches and overlay additional catalogs on your Finder Chart results. Let me not forget as well that you can upload your own catalog. You can upload a file that is in any of a variety of formats, and that way you can also overlay your own catalog on your Finder Chart results. Once you have catalogs loaded, you can change what's plotted, and there are other movies that talk about how to do that. Don't forget, too, that there's always online help that can tell you lots more information about how to use Finder Chart.